Backing off that, Landry, there was a lot of smoke and rumors around a particular player that we were going after, in Pascal Siakam. What is your response to those rumors?
Sort of similar to the last question. We're always going to be looking at opportunities to improve this roster, and whenever there's guys that have their names in the mix, sometimes it just is what it is, and you don't really have to address anything because that's the nature of the NBA. But then there's other times where if there's things that come up, we do a good job of communicating with the players and their agents. Say, hey, this has come up right now. Could be something, could be nothing, but more than anything, we don't want you to be blindsided if something were to happen. Because in this day and age, how fast you guys learn certain things is quicker than what we do at times. So that's the approach that we take in those certain scenarios.
Both Onyeka and Sleep are going to be restricted free agents, I believe, after this season. Just where do they factor into your guys' future plans, and how aggressive are you guys in terms of negotiating some of those deals?
Yeah, they're a big part of what we're doing, and we're trying to get something done with them. Love what they've done so far with their group, so we'll try to get something done with them.
In your opening statement, you mentioned Quinn putting in some things that change the culture. Can you give an example of that, and then just sort of maybe in a larger sense, what's different for him coming in with a clean slate where he kind of gets to control more variables and start things the way he wants at the beginning of the season?
Sorry, can you say that last part?
What's different when he gets to start fresh at the beginning of the season?
So, I'll answer your first part there. Everything from just the aesthetics of what the environment looks like, that all goes into culture. What are you experiencing when you walk in the door? How are you moving about? What are some things that change along the way for our guys to have that promote the vision going forward? And some of those are nuanced, which I don't need to get into the details, but they do impact our group positively. And when you bring in a coach like Quinn, there's so much gold there that you do want to pull out. You do want to have a connection, a partnership with. So us communicating with them are like, well, how is it that you want certain players to go here or go there? What is our messaging going to be? And just watching him communicate with everyone on the team is truly special. It's not just the X's and O's on the court that we all know and love. His ability to connect with all of our players in a way that meets them where they're at and speaks their own specific language is crucial, because he's got to be able to bring that guy and connect those two and gives them some support and challenge when needed. And he's up for the task, and he does that quite naturally, frankly. And then I think just the start of this season with him and having a support staff around him that he knows and he's comfortable and trusts is only going to help, because he's going to have to take that information that I just mentioned before and allow his coaches to do some of the similar things as they're continuing to evolve their relationships with guys. So it's all connected. And
I know you mentioned Patty's shooting earlier. Going out and getting him is beyond the shooting. Is there a part of that is assigned to just kind of depth beyond Trey DeJounte at the point guard spot, given that he's played there in the past, or what kind of went into that?
Yeah, no, it all goes into it, and the skill of shooting is there, which we all know. I mentioned before, just his veteran presence is going to be really good as well. Patty's like a 1-2. You probably see him more as a shooting guard than anything, but I do think with the depth there, if we ever needed something like that, we'll kind of see. Does it fall to Patty? We have Trent. We have an up and coming Kobe Buffkin who's doing really well. We'll kind of see beyond that in terms of the depth in our point guard spot.
Hey Landry, what's your vision for the rookies and their development this season?
It's a good question. From draft to summer league to where we're at now, just to see that jump has been really cool. And those guys are working as hard as anybody, from Mo to Seth to Kobe. They really operate well as a group. We're super hungry to get better. I would imagine we're gonna have to see. We have a lot of guys back that were playing rotational minutes last year. We only lost John from a minute standpoint. So we are always going to leverage College Spark in our G League. That is just a part of what we do when we talk about development. That's not just some alien thing way over there. Like, this is an integrated process where we're in great communication with Coach Schmidt, who's our new G League head coach, and his staff, and he's been around like all summer for the guys. So he's learning the system, he's learning the cues, and he's going to be able to implement that for any guys that are going to be there this year. So excited for that process and how it's going to ultimately go.
Any final questions?
Can you describe the importance of extending DeJounte and kind of keeping that backcourt pairing together for longer?
I thought that was huge. DeJounte, I mean, I can go right down the line and mention every single attribute that he brings to this organization. For him to sign that deal with us shows a huge amount of trust and loyalty. And we don't take that for granted. I mean, for him, I'm happy for him and his family, as anyone should be. But even for us, as we're navigating new spaces, new cap environment, it certainly helps us out. But I think ultimately we wanted him here, and we loved everything that we saw from him from a progression standpoint, and going out to get him from San Antonio when we did.
Any more? All right. Thank you, Landry.
Thanks, everyone.